everyone, I'm Kim from K Crafting Studio. Today, you're going to see a video how to get the most for your buck. I'm going to be showing you two different die cuts, LawnFawn treat box and Mama Elephant Gable box. You're going to see 4 different ways how to use each of these dies. I hope you guys enjoy this video. So sit back, get your notebooks ready, and have your favorite drink in hand, and let's get to crafting.
Hey guys, welcome back to K Crafting. Today I'm going to show you how to get the most out of using these standalone dies. At the top is the Scallop Treat Box by LawnFawn. Below on the right hand corner is Mama Elephant's Gable Box containing 5 pieces, the gable die, 2 tags, and 2 framed cutouts. Now let's get to the first style. I'm going to show you how to create the classic box shown to you above. The first step is to cut out 2 sheets of craft paper for each die, then place double adhesive tape on the side flaps as being shown to you above. Once all the adhesive is placed on the flaps, then you're going to want to go ahead and fold all the score lines. It's easier when you're creating the box. Then you're going to want to make sure you add adhesive on the treat box, which is the green box shown to you right now. You're going to make sure that you align the sides together, then add some tape on one of the bottom of the sides, so when you place the other side of the green, half of the box, you'll go ahead and place it right on top as being shown to you. Notice how we're keeping everything aligned and making sure that the box is being aligned the whole entire time. And there you go. You have your box. So then the next thing is you'll just grab the gable box, and this one you'll just remove the adhesive, and then you'll go ahead and make sure that the sides are aligned. And you can go ahead and add tape to the bottom, or you can just go ahead and fold the flaps like I did in this video. I just kind of folded it into the bottom of the box so that way it stays open. And you put the top together, and voila, there you go, you have the classic box. The next one is the milk carton, and you're going to need 4 pieces for each die. And with the milk carton, you're going to go ahead and add the adhesive all at the side flaps. Go ahead and do that. You're going to make sure you're going to cut one of the triangles on one of the sides, and then one triangle and the top scallop treat box on the treat box. So you're basically going to have in the end 2 little owls and 2 big owls. Then, just like how you did for the classic box, you're going to go ahead and assemble. Fold the score lines, and then make sure everything is aligned when you do the first half of the box. So here you're going to notice that you won't exactly have the full cover because we cut that out. And this, I got this idea from LawnFawn, and I believe her name is Laura. Gotta give her credit. She's the one who helped me kind of come up with the idea of this. So once again, I added the adhesive onto the bottom because you need to make sure that all of it is attached. And then I added adhesive to the back because we're going to go ahead and attach the pink half and the green half of the milk carton together. So then go ahead and remove all the adhesive and then put them together. There you go. The next one is the Gable box. cut the pieces as shown above. So basically you're cutting one side the straight line across and the other one with a triangle. Just like how you've been doing it, you're going to want to go ahead and fold all the score lines so it's easier when you assemble your box. And the Gable box is a little bit easier to assemble. So you're going to see here that once you remove all the adhesive, it's just aligning and that's it. This time I added adhesive to the back before I started to assemble, so it'd be easier when I make sure that the tape is flat on. Then you're going to just go ahead and align the boxes together and you're going to create half of the box for both the green and the pink. Once you've sealed the bottom, you're going to go ahead and finish off the second one. Then you'll remove the adhesive from the back, and then you'll go ahead and place them together as being shown to you above. And one of the things I like to do is I like to grab my bone folder and make sure I rub the bottom just to make sure that the adhesive tape is sticking. And there's your milk carton. The next one is going to be a box. I'm going to just show you how to create a box. And this one actually gets easier. You're just going to go ahead and cut out the top scallop part on both sides, and you're going to cut out both triangles as being shown to you above. For the Gable box, you're just going to cut everything straight line. Once you've already scored, then you're going to do the same thing. Go ahead and remove all the adhesive and align them just to create a box. And like I said, I like to use my bone folder to go ahead and make sure that all the adhesive is being attached. Then you'll go ahead and move on to your treat box, and you'll assemble it the same way how you've assembled the Gable box. And you'll notice that this time you just have a straight box. So if you ever needed a box, now you know you can use these dies as well to create a box. And you have a big box and a small box. The next one is you're going to need transparency tape, or paper, transparency paper. And you're going to want to go ahead and grab the die cut, which you're going to see here. And it's the same thing as assembling the classic box. But here, what I did was I cut out the center and I used the dies that came with the Gable box. So I'm basically going to create a window using these boxes. And you're going to see that once I remove. There you go. The next thing what I did was I actually grabbed both of the treat box and I put them together and I ran them through the die so that way I can have a see-through box. And you're going to see this once I'm done running the box through. And I ran it through twice just to make sure that everything, that it was cut, that the die had gone through both of the papers. As you can see, you'll see a see-through box. Then you're going to want to go ahead and add tape on the outside or in the inside of the box, and then remove this tape and add the transparency paper. And anything that you have access, just go ahead and cut it out along the way. No one's perfect. I'm not perfect. So I just go ahead and adjust it and make sure. And I did the same thing for the other side. I just wanted to make sure the transparency paper. And then I added the transparency paper once again onto the big Gable box. Once you're done adding all the transparency paper to both of the boxes, you just start to assemble the box. You go ahead and remove all the adhesive after you're done scoring and start creating the box. One trick I did learn at the very end, I learned that it's so much easier to assemble the treat box if you add the adhesive to the bottom and put them both together. So much easier, and you'll see that as I'm placing it together. It's so much easier when I'm folding the box and placing it. And then you're going to want to make sure that everything is aligned once all the adhesive is placed on. And I do apologize for the fact that the video is not correctly framed. I didn't know this. I'm getting used to using the camera though. I'm getting better each video, I hope. So I went ahead and added the adhesive in, created the box, and there you go. You have a see-through treat box. And you could do the same thing with the Gable box. I'll show you another one that I actually did a see-through with the Gable box on both sides. But this one I just decided to do one side. And here's the thing, because you're cutting, the triangle is bigger, you're going to have to cut a portion of the side, of one of the sides of the Gable box, of the flaps. Then you're just going to go ahead and assemble everything together, just like how you would do it the classic way. Remove all the tape, and then, like I said, use a bone folder just to make sure that everything's pressed down, all the tape is pressed down on the bottom. And you have yourself a partial see-through Gable box. So I made the scallop box see-through completely, and then I made the Gable box partial see-through. Voila. And here you're going to see all the rest of the designs that we made today. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope you enjoyed this video.
Welcome back, lovely crafters. I hope you enjoyed my video showing you how to get the most out of these separate die cuts. The idea came from a girl, I believe her name is Laura, off of one of LawnFawn's blog. She created one of these, and it kind of got me to the idea was how many different ways we can use just one die cut, which I then grabbed both dies, because they're very similar, just one's bigger than the other, and I decided to show how you can use them both in 4 different ways. I hope this helps and inspires you guys to dig into your dies, maybe find something and try to show maybe different ways that people haven't yet used them. You guys can check out my links below where you can find 2 different ways to find the LawnFawn. It's either on LawnFawn.com or on Amazon. That's where I purchased it for $25. And the Gable Box, the only one I found it for was on Mama Elephant's website, which is linked below, and that was for about $35. And to be honest, if you're going to ask me which one to get first, I would say Mama Elephant, because you receive the die cut with 4 different dies, which you've already seen what you can do. You can create the different windows. Then again, if you guys already have like rectangles or circles or anything that can fit this area, you can use them as well. It doesn't necessarily need to be. If you enjoyed this video, you can find me on Facebook, kcraftingstudio.17, or you can find me on Instagram and YouTube, kcraftingstudio. And if you liked my videos, subscribe. Maybe there's some more that I can show you to get the best for your bargain. If you guys have any questions, feel free to go ahead and post your questions below, either on Instagram or Facebook, or YouTube, and I'll try to get as much answered as soon as possible. I'll see you guys soon. Bye everyone.